So welcome everyone. Welcome to our first Breakfast Club of the year. I am super excited. My name is Pam Pacheco, for those that do not know me, and I'm excited to be here with you guys. I am excited that we get to start our morning together. I remember when I first started joining any type of morning calls like these years ago, almost a decade ago. I was looking forward to not only the information that I was going to receive, but the inspiration that I was going to receive, because I knew that it was going to set the tone for my day. And garbage in is garbage out, greatness in is greatness out. So kudos to each and every single one of you guys. Shout out, come round of applause for setting the tone for your day, for taking ownership of your day so early in the day. So I love all of your resolutions. Yes, I'm going to win. I love that mindset, Delicia. I love all of the resolutions that we all have centered around all of the areas of our life, whether that be our faith, our fitness, our family, our fortune, our fun. So I am excited. I know that we have SRT. We have such amazing things going on in the world of Secret. And we had a lot of calls this week already. And the mindset really has been the same. I'm going to win, having a mindset of a champion, having that mindset of a winner. And it's important for us to say hello to a fresh start, because the new year is finally here. And we've been given 12 new months to create, to explore, to love, to grow, to connect, to get to that next level, to get all of those resolutions. But it's all about the choices of what we're going to do with this gift of the new year. So making the decision to start, making the decisions to choosing to letting go, letting God, letting go of the bad. And why do I say that? Because when we're going to talk about today, having that mindset of a reset, and what does that actually look like? Well, it's saying, hey, you know what? Me letting go is not letting the valleys of 2022 set the tone for 2023, because do not let the valleys tell you about the potential mountains of our future. And a lot of times we get so caught up in the past, we get caught up in what went wrong, that we are not being present in the moment. And that's why we say the present is a present if you're doing your best to make best use of it, right? If you're doing your best to take advantage of this gift, take advantage of this present moment. So letting go of the bad, it's going to make room for the new and miraculous to grow. Does that make sense? Making sure that you're not only prioritizing your life, but you're saying, hey, I'm going to compartmentalize each and every aspect of my life that I want to grow. I'm going to take time in what those areas actually look like. Because again, we're saying, hey, you know what? I'm not going to let the valleys of 2022 set the tone for 2023, because the valleys can't tell me anything about the mountaintops that I am going to be at in my future. So if you're saying, hey, I saw a lot of people in the chat, diamond. I saw more people in the chat, right? Hey, you know what? I want to look better. I want to feel better. I want to be able to travel the world more. I want to increase my income. Well, you got to flush those disappointments out. You have to let go of that. And having that spirit of Kaizen, you often hear us talk about, it's constant, never ending improvement. It's saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to get a little better every day. And I want you guys to just, if you don't remember anything from this call today, say, hey, you know what? I will not let the valleys of 2022 set the tone for 2023, because the valleys can't tell me anything about the mountains that I am going to conquer at the mountaintops that I am going to be. And when we talk about, having a reset, I believe that there's certain things that, yes, we can get into, and we're going to get into income producing activities. But your girl always loves to talk about mindset, always loves to talk about the internal things that nobody wants to talk about, the taboo things that nobody necessarily wants to actually mention. But when we're thinking about it, it's saying, hey, you know what? I am going to focus on what it is that I want to expand, but not letting those valleys, tell me about the potential for the mountains. It's saying, how can I make sure that that doesn't happen? And I will tell you, and this is something that every year I go through this, when I'm doing my list, when I'm doing my vision board, when I'm writing out what my new year is going to look like, I strongly suggest that you take time out for yourself. Take yourself on a date. Take yourself on a date, and it doesn't have to be taking yourself on a date where you're spending money, right? Everybody's situation is different, but go take yourself on a date, whether that be to the park, whether that be to the beach. Sorry, Lisa, I know you can't go to the beach right now. It's 55 degrees over there. Just joking, love you. But wherever that be, whether that be to a coffee shop, take time for yourself and reflect on this last year, and take time to reflect on what it is and envision what it is that you want this upcoming year to look like, and compartmentalize the areas of your life. Talk about what you want your faith to look like. Talk about what you want your family to look like. Talk about what you want your fitness to look like. Talk about what you want your fortune to look like. Talk about what you want your fun to look like, right? I heard somebody say there, I want to read 100 books. I want to go visit a whole bunch of different countries. I want to go do this. And it's just like, yes, you can do all of that, right? And here's the reality. The more overwhelming it is, the more you need to step back from the elephant. And what do I mean? We hear this like, what's the best way to eat an elephant? Can anybody write that in the chat? Let me know. Yes, one bite at a time. Make sure you're sending it to all panelists and attendees, one bite at a time. And one bite at a time. And it's the reality is that somebody put in the chat, Didi, diamond, diamond, diamond. I feel you. It's like diamond or die this year, right? Like and I feel that's the space and the energy. And I feel that all of this momentum, the magic, but when we think about the momentum, it's like, it's not created, it's generated by the little things that we do day in and day out, by setting those micro goals, by setting the things that actually not only matter, but that are going to allow us to grow. So we're saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to flush those disappointments of 2022, but I'm going to take the lessons from it. But I'm not going to let those valleys tell me about the mountains of my future and the mountaintops that I'm going to be at, and the people that I'm going to be able to serve, and the people that I'm going to be able to impact. It's saying, hey, you know what? I have to build the discipline muscle more. And I'm a strong believer that there's no such thing as discipline all the time. But when you make discipline a part of your lifestyle, you no longer need to be disciplined. But it's going in there with the mindset. It's like, okay, what are some discipline muscles that we can convert from a discipline into a lifestyle? One of them is the emotional discipline, because I will tell you all the time, plans change, decisions don't. A lot of us right now, we're doing a 21-day transformation challenge where it's like 21 to-dos, whether that be your affirmations, getting 8 hours of sleep. I've been finding myself going to sleep more, declaring over my day, reading more, gave up a vice for this 21 days, reaching out to loved ones, dressing my best every single day. But all of these 21 to-dos. Well, here's what happened. Okay. On the first day of it, I woke up late, super late. I thought I set my alarm for 5 a.m. because I have a gym workout at 6 a.m. I set it for 5 p.m. Blonde moment, like your girl's a real life blonde, okay? I was like, I woke up like startled. Like my first thought, usually when I wake up, is like, thank you God for another day. And I woke up like, my trainer's gonna kill me. That was my initial thought when I woke up. And then I grabbed myself really quick and I was just like, you know what? You can't do anything about it right now. Say a prayer, go start your day. Get back into your prayer, get back into your meditation, get back into your worship, get back into your affirmations, take control of your day. Don't let the day control you. So I had to check my emotions, because I've understood that our emotions are great. It's a superpower, but when we do not control them, it's, it may get the best of us. And it sometimes it causes us to derail. And the reality is that if we're saying, hey, you know what, I'm creating my best life. I am making sure that I am setting the tone for 2023. I'm making sure it's okay. The emotional discipline is be the least emotional person in the room. Be emotionally attached to the process, right? Be emotionally attached, but be impatient with your efforts, but be patient with your results. We have to be emotionally detached from the results. We have to be emotionally detached from who is going to join us. Why is that? Because anybody ever think somebody's going to get in and they don't get in? I want to see it in the chat, because there's about 50 of y'all on here, because I know it can't be me. And if y'all ain't saying the truth, somebody lying over here, right? Somebody, yes, 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 right? It could be your best friend. It could be your sister. You're like, I'm sure she's going to do it. My sister had no choice, right? My siblings don't have a choice, but it's a different story. Okay. But it can be whoever you thought. And a lot of times those emotions, they're going to trip you up. They're going to trip you up. But take control of that emotion. Say, you know what? I'm going to be the least emotional person in the room. And it's not saying that you're going to be cold. I don't want somebody to be like, oh, Pam told me I got to be cold-hearted. No. Okay. To know me is to know that I love love. I'm all about love all the time. Okay. Love and peace. I love that. However, we want to make sure that when we are focused on Kaizen, never-ending improvement, we are focused on growing, we are focused on a little bit more every single day, is don't be the first to react. Respond, have that poker face, because when we are sharing this baby, when we are sharing this amazing opportunity, when we're sharing the ultimate lifestyle club, when we're sharing our love and our light and our legacy with people, not everyone is going to respond the way that we want them to. Not everyone is going to see the vision the first time, but it's up to us to say, hey, you know what? It's cool. On to the next. So you have to be emotionally detached from the results, right? Impatient with your efforts, impatient with your work effort, with your work ethic, with your income producing activities. So what do those, we're going to get that in a second, but being emotionally detached, has that ever helped anybody? Is there anybody on here? Michelle said, I intentionally look at them like, you're bugging. Yes. Like before they even say anything, I'm like, you're in, right? So we'll talk a little bit about that, but being emotionally detached is like, okay, cool. Like Michelle said, you're bugging. I'm gonna be on this trip. I'm gonna be living my best life. I see you, Michelle, getting snatched. She's like, listen, I seen what these products did to me. They transform me. I know I look better. I know I feel better. Like you can't tell me nothing about what we got our hands on and where we're going, but it's having that emotional detachment. Yes, Lisa, emotional detachment is very, very helpful. And it's knowing that it's like, you know what, plans change, decisions don't. So it doesn't matter if I had planned for this person to join me. Doesn't matter if I had planned for this person to get in. They didn't. That's their loss. Their loss. But guess what? Why we want to be also emotionally detached? Because just because that person didn't join as an agent, it doesn't mean we don't keep them in the pipeline for a customer. It doesn't mean we don't keep them in the pipeline for all of these Hallmark dates, how we call it, whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's our BOGO, whether it's whatever, teacher appreciation. I love that there's like a day for everything. And anytime we have a sale, you must have like just a list of people that you just, hey, did you see what we have? Oh my goodness, so great to see you. I tell people all the time, like, and I'll tell you guys this, been in network marketing off and on since I was 15 and I'm well in my 30s. And I've never had such an irresistible offer like the one that we have. And I remember in the past, because I've never been affiliated with a company that has such amazing products and service together and community and leadership. And I could keep going on and on. But my point is, in the past, it was like, I didn't care to build the bridge. See, I loved what I was doing, but I didn't care for how I was going about it. I love what I'm doing here and I love how I'm going about it. Now, you have to ask yourself that same question. Do you love how you're going about it? Do you love how you're building community? Do you love how you're building impact? Do you love how you are sharing this opportunity? Because if you do, you understand that Crown Royale is yours. Whatever that goal is for you, whether it's impact, whether it's rank, whatever that looks like for you, but you say, hey, you know what? The people that are supposed to join me, God already selected them. It's just a matter of me putting in the work. It's just a matter of me going through the numbers that they're going to appear. But having that mindset, and we always talk about your mindset is where your mind sits. So if something is not allowing you to grow, if something is not allowing your faith to get better, your fitness to get better, your family dynamic to change, your fortune to increase, your fun to increase, if it's not letting you get closer to your goals, don't let it occupy the most important piece of real estate that we have. And a lot of times, because we're so emotionally attached, and trust me, I know how that feels, it plays us and it deters us and it stops us and it slows us down from manifesting and from living that dream life that we so desperately deserve. Now, if we talk about discipline in your action, okay, so what does that discipline in your action look like? We cannot negotiate with the price. We can't negotiate with the price. Not in business, not in being wealthy, not in being healthy, not in life. It costs what it costs. You hear oftentimes Dr. Cohn say, hey, you know what? Prevention is way better than cure. We live in a country where, and I wouldn't even want to say a country, we live in a world where people do not celebrate people being healthy, but they will celebrate people recovering from illness faster than they will somebody being healthy. Does anybody agree with that? Do you see that often? It's like, oh, we're not going to celebrate you being healthy, but we're going to celebrate when you beat cancer. We're going to celebrate when you beat diabetes. We're going to celebrate when you recovered. Why aren't we being advocates for health? And what we have our hands on, it's like, if you say, hey, you know what, I'm going to be disciplined in my action, excuse me, it's saying, we cannot negotiate with the price, and it does cost what it costs, but I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. Because the difference between vision and a lie is action behind it. So if you're putting yourself in a state that says, hey, I know that the only way through is through, and I'm going to be disciplined in my action. So what does that look like? Well, if you're saying you're going to do a brand new reset, your actions, well, we need a brand new list. Type a 1 in the chat if you already wrote a brand new list this year. And if you didn't, it's okay. And if you didn't, it's okay, right? But make sure you're sending it to all panelists and attendees, or everyone, right? Not just the host. So, and I will tell you, it's okay, but having that mindset of, hey, I know what the new is going to do. I know that it's a new year, and I've been given 12 new beautiful months to create, to explore, to love, to connect, to grow. And it's like, I have a business. I need to focus on my income producing activities. So I encourage you, the new cannot grow where the old is. So if you want to make room for the new, if you want to make room for that new team, if you want to make room for that new level, in whatever area it is, specifically in this business, it starts with making a list. And I will tell you that, and it's not to put anybody out there, but out of 50 people, 5 people saying that they wrote a list, we all have room to grow. It's resetting. It's saying, hey, you know what? New things can come in an old space. I have to flush out that new. I have to flush those disappointments. And maybe you have a list that you just didn't go through last year. Rewrite it again, right? Rewrite your list, reset, and understand that it's okay if you haven't, like, we still have time. There's a lot of people that already quit on their New Year's resolutions, and it's day 5 of the new year. We're not those people though. So brand new list, that is being disciplined in our action. Have you taken out time to say, hey, you know what? I am going to make sure that I am tracking my results. I am tracking what it is that I'm doing. Jesse did a great goal setting sheet, and we talked about that the week before, and we have all access to that in the Team Synergy training website that you can just go ahead and download that. But making that new list, keeping track of your activity, keeping track of your results, saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to dedicate time to prospect, whether that be 9 by 9. I had a conversation with one of our teammates. I said, hey, she said, you know what, my goal is to hit rank. I said, my goal is to do this. I said, awesome. That is the macro goal. That is the bigger goal. But what little things can we do in the next 1 or 2 weeks that's going to allow you to take care of that goal in itself. Because again, momentum, it's not created, it's generated by the activity and the action and the mindset behind it. So what are some little tiny things? One of them is 9 by 9. If you don't know what 9 by 9 means, it means that you reach out to 9 people by 9 a.m. Or if you got a 9 to 5, you're going to reach out to 9 people by 9 p.m. Right? You're compartmentalizing how you're reaching out to people. So if you're saying 9 by 9, it can be 9 prospects. It can also be, hey, it can also say, hey, you know what? I'm going to reach out to 3 customers. I'm going to reach out to 3 prospects, and I'm going to reach out to 3 teammates by 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. But you're setting little tiny micro goals to start building your business. If you're the person that's like, look, Pam, me writing a new list, it's overwhelming. Has anybody ever felt overwhelmed? I know I have. Like, type of 1 in the chat if you've ever felt overwhelmed when you're looking at your business and you're like starting and you're like, I know I want this, but it's like, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. Your mindset, again, is where your mind sits, but you have the power. And you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm just going to write 5 names down. And you can write 5 names and then say, hey, you know what? I'm going to add 5 names tomorrow. And I'm going to add 5 names later. And when you look back at it, whether you start with 3 names, whether you start with 1 name, whether you start with 4, whether you start with 5 in a week time period, you look back and you'll at least have a list of 15 or 20. 15 to 20. And maybe you're the person that's like, look, Pam, I can't do 9 people by 9 a.m. or 9 people by 9 p.m. That's overwhelming in itself. And I've been the person that's been out of the game. Like, I haven't been hitting up 9 people. So that just, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Do 3. Pick a number, whatever that number is comfortable for you. And I will tell you, if you say, hey, you know, it's 3, add 1 more to it. Stretch yourself just a little bit. Because when you stretch yourself that little bit more, you never know how far you can go if you don't give it a shot. And we all deserve 2023 to be the best year yet. But having that mindset of a champion and having that mindset that's like, listen, I'm playing to win. I'm playing to win. So me being disciplined in my actions, it may not always feel good, but I know I'm playing to win. I know that I have that champion mentality. I know that 2023 is going to give me everything I've desired, but I'm going to give it everything it's desired. And I will tell you, when you are doing what you said you're going to do, because we understand the vision, we understand the difference between vision and a lie is action behind it. See, a lot of people say, you know, network marketing is a scam. That company is a scam. And I used to always say scam, SCAM, means successfully creating a lot of millionaires, successfully creating a lot of memories, successfully creating a lot of movements, successfully creating a lot of whatever you want to fill in that M with, right? However, I also understand that it's not the companies that are ever scam. It's the people that are scammers. Because we tell somebody we're going to do something and then we don't do it. So now it's not that the company didn't work. It's not that the products don't work. Y'all see me fired up. I just drank this, and right? Like, it's not that the products don't work. It's not that the leadership doesn't work. It's not that the systems don't work. It's not that the back office doesn't work. It's not that Isaac and Eddie don't work. It's that we are not putting in the work. And granted, what we have our hands on in secret, I'm a strong believer that, yes, we are in the network marketing industry, but it's not network marketing. It's not. It's like, I do believe that this is a beautiful community disguised as a network marketing opportunity. But truth be told, whether you want to dress this up as e-commerce, whether you want to dress this up as just a home-based business, whether you want to, however you want to cut it, this is a network marketing company. Okay. This is a direct sales company. That's how they're classified. That is their NAICS code. If you don't know what that means that's how they're classified to do business. It's direct sales. That's why we come up in direct selling news globally. Okay. That's why we're classified around the world. But you think you're not selling something? You don't need to sell these products, but you got to sell yourself. So we can't get around the work part. Yes, Lisa, you can't get around the work part. So what actions are you going to do different today that you didn't do yesterday? And I tell you, even myself, I've had to, just like in my calendar, I schedule everything. I'm scheduling time to prospect. I'm scheduling time to follow up. I'm scheduling time, income producing activities, whether that be making a list, whether that be prospecting, whether that be presenting, whatever that looks like for you, whether that you be demos, whether that you be reaching out to customers, to letting them know about the sales that we have going on, letting them know about the opportunity. And it's a beautiful thing, because when we talk about the next discipline of discipline in your relationships, it's knowing that the only way through is through, but I can be disciplined in my emotions, disciplined in my actions, and disciplined in my relationships, because I have to take inventory of what it is that's not serving me. I have to take inventory in what kind of boundaries do I need to set around my work schedule? What kind of boundaries do I need to set around my family dynamic? What kind of boundaries do I need to set around the people around me, period? If you know me, you know that my family is my world. Like, I love my siblings. They are my mom's greatest gift to me. My sister and my nephew were here for the holidays, and I had some things that I had to finish before the end of the year. And it's not easy to put a boundary and say, hey, you know what? I have to get some work done. So I do suggest that you go spend some time at my cousin's. I trust me. And she knows that, like, I'm super territorial, and I'm like, I just want her for myself. And I was like, no, you're good. I promise. She's like, are you sure you're coming? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You could go. It's okay. And it wasn't because I didn't want to spend time with her. I've been missing her already. She's only been gone for like 2 days. I love my family. However, I know that I deserve a higher standard of living. I deserve a higher standard of being a sister, of being an aunt, of being a godmom, of being a woman. I deserve a higher standard as a business owner. I deserve a higher standard as a serial entrepreneur. I deserve a higher standard as a woman of God. I deserve a higher standard. So I am going to always create boundaries, because I understand that my energy and my time is limited. And in life, we don't get a do-over. This is not a dress rehearsal. So it's okay to have conversations with the people you love most and say, hey, I got some work I got to do. I got some work that I got to take care of. Like, I know it's the birthday today, but I'm not going to be able to show up right at the time that you expect me. But hey, can we table that? Can we table that for another time? One of my friends, it was her birthday a month ago. Today makes a month that it was her birthday. And we just went out yesterday for a quick bite to eat, because it's whenever you have time, like, people respect that. People respect it. People understand that you are busy being productive, that you are busy, and it's okay for you to set those boundaries. Now, here's also a thing, right? It's the respect. It's the boundary for you to respect people in the season that they're in. You may have discipline in your relationships with people that you're like, hey, you know what? It's also respecting where people are at in their life. So if you're sharing this with someone that you love, and it goes back to the emotional discipline, right? And it's like tying them all together. But let's say you're sharing this with somebody that you love, and the season that they're in their life right now, it may look like it's a season of laziness. It may look like it's a season of, I don't know what it looks like, right? But it can just be them exploring themselves. It can just be them finding themselves. There's a lot of people that this new year, they were so taken back by the valleys of 2022. They can't even imagine themselves on the mountaintop in 2023. They can't even imagine what God has in store for them. So a lot of times, that discipline in your relationships, it means loving people where they're at, and creating a safe space for them to be able to come back to you later and say, hey, we can partner up now because I'm better. And I will always tell you, follow up with those people. Check on those strong people. Check on the people you love, because people are battling things that we have no idea. We have no idea. We have no idea. So building those relationships, it's not only being disciplined in the relationships to tell your family, hey, I got work to do, or no, like I got to, no, but it's also saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to respect people where they're at in every season of their life, because it may look like they're lazy, but that may just be them finding themselves. And you have other people too that may have businesses already, and you're sharing them this irresistible opportunity. And you know that this is a way for them to create more passive income, for them to be able to increase their businesses, for them to be able to increase their lifestyle. But you're like, why aren't you taking advantage of it? It's also respecting where people are at in different aspects of their life. If you guys are getting some value from this, right? Please let me know that you're getting some value from this. But it's also letting know that it's like, you know what? There's no way that I am going to let what happened in 2022 affect my 2023. And it's being in a state of reset. It's saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make that new list. I'm going to go ahead and say 1 or 2 affirmations a day to reframe my mindset. I am going to catch myself in my thinking. And I have been doing this because, again, our emotions will trip us up. It will trip us up. Anytime something comes negative in my mind, I'm reinforcing it with 3 things positive. Anytime that I find myself, and this is one of the 21 to-dos, it's like no complaining, no gossiping. Anytime that I find myself like that, it's like, all right, I'm putting $1 in my fine bucket, but I'm also saying, hey, how can I shift my mindset and be grateful for something? How can I shift my mindset? Have you ever found yourself in a space that you're saying something and then you immediately be like, but I could be grateful for that. This could be something completely different. This could be, it's like looking at it from a different lens. It's looking at it from a different perspective, because when we change our thoughts, we can change our life, because we're going to immediately change our actions. So it's being mindful of the year that we want to create. It's being mindful that we are in control of our lives, that we are in control, that these next 12 months are a gift. So if you're thinking like, you know, what are some ways that I can take advantage of this? And all of these things that you talked about, Pam, being, you know, letting go of the valleys and envisioning the mountaintops and letting go of the past and making room for the new. It's making that list. Okay. It's making that list again. It's making that list. It's picking up the phone. It's smiling and dialing. It's having that mindset of a champion. And it's also making sure that you're registered for the SRT, that you're registered for the secret regional training event that is taking place in a city near you. If you know me, you know your girl loves the beach, but I'm going to the cold, right? I'm going to New York City. And not only am I excited to see Troy Brown and JAON tear up the stage, but I'm excited to be with a lot of our teammates. I'm also excited to have prospects join me there. And what does that mean? Reach out to people, because you never know who is around that, hey, would you want to go to a personal development event? We had a call last night, and AON reminded me of a really great invite. It's like, look, I got 3 VIP tickets left for a multi-million-dollar event that one of my mentors is doing. And can I put your name on one of the tickets? I got only 3 left. A lot of people are going to say yes. A lot of people are going to say no. But guess what? The only way you know is by doing it, by inviting. It's little things. You know, I met somebody yesterday, and I'm giving you just different ways of inviting. And I said, hey, it was great meeting you. As discussed, I've partnered up with the right people, and now I have first movers advantage on some cutting edge technology and lifestyle before it's released into the market. And I can't wait to sit down with you and share it with you. Like, what? The person is like, yes, I want first movers advantage. I want to partner up with the right people. So it's using keywords. So if you see that an invite is not working for you, reframe it. It was great meeting you. As discussed, I've partnered up with the right people. And right now we have first movers advantage on some cutting edge technology products before it's released into the market. Guess what? Our BioGlow has patent ingredients that have not yet been released into the market. All of the things that we're working on, guess what? The majority is like, we have patent products. It's not released into the market. You can't get these if you're not in Club Secret. Just saying. So however you want to frame that invite, however you want to connect with people, but now is the time to do it. And it's using it's also using what's going on in the world to our advantage. Y'all know what's the top 2 New Year's resolutions every year? What's the top 2? Whoever writes it, I got like a secret product. Like, I'm going to send you the first person that writes it. Let's see. What's the top 2 New Year's resolutions? Lose weight and make more money. Lose weight and make more money. Yes, lose weight and make more money. Yup. That's right. Michelle said that. Lose weight and make more money. Yes, travel is one of them. But here's what I would tell you, right? It's like, it's using what we have our hands on to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and share my baby with the world, because everybody wants to lose weight right now. Everybody, unless you have like the perfect body like Lisa, right? But everybody is in a mindset of health. Everybody, the new year always brings more opportunity. It puts people psychologically in that state of, I want more. I want more. So it's not about if the people are going to see the vision. It's, are you going to reach out? Are we going to reach out to more people? Are we going to go through enough contacts that when people are thinking of a way they can lose weight or they can make money, they know to reach out to you? They know that you have a Club Fit challenge that is starting. Does everybody in your Rolodex know that? Let's not even go that far. Does everybody in your house know that you have a Club Fit challenge coming up? Does everybody in your household know that? Does your immediate family, does your immediate friends, do the people that you see on a daily basis, your coworkers, your neighbors, your hairstylist, your nail tech, your lash stylist, like there's so many people where you can start. So when you're thinking of who needs to know what I got my hands on, everybody. Like, I don't care, I meet somebody and I'm like, yeah, girl, my goodness. Oh, you look amazing. I know, thank you so much. I'm actually partnering with a $1 billion lifestyle club, the ultimate lifestyle club. We get to feel better, look better, travel the world, girls, crazy. And you get to make some money. My invite changes to who I'm talking to. If I see that you're a blue personality, I know that you love to have fun. I know if you are a green, I know that you are analytical. So I'm going to go through the numbers with you real quick. If you are red, I'm going to talk about some money because I know you're driven, that you have that you want better. If you're somebody that's yellow and you love people and you love community and you love helping and you just want to make the better place, I'm going to let you know how we have the most beautiful, endearing, and loving community in the world. Right? I'm gonna share with you a story. And it's like, are we sharing enough stories? Do you know the Ben Shabbat story? And it's like, okay, if you do know the Ben Shabbat story, what's your story? Where's your story at? And a lot of times when we're talking to people that we're meeting out, we don't necessarily have to get a presentation in. And I actually learned this from Josh Valentine, that not every conversation, not every presentation, I'm going to bring out my laptop. And I'm the girl that's always with my laptop. I'm ready to just do the press. I present often, so it's always readily off my tongue. Well, what I've learned in the last year and a half to almost 2 years is now I've mastered being able to tell the Ben Shabbat story, to tell my story, but talk about secret where it's conversational to people. So your slideshow, or if you're using the video, it's not necessarily memorizing the entire video or the entire slideshow from beginning to end, but it's what's your story? What's your story with our travel? What's the benefit? What are some of the features? Do you know some of the benefits of Club Secret? Do you know what some of the features are? 1 or 2, doesn't have to be anything crazy. Do you know some of the benefits of your favorite product? Do you know some of the features? Do you know that it's gluten-free? Do you know that it's soy-free? Do you know some of the benefits of your secret skincare products? Do you know that it's paraben-free? Do you know what that looks like? Because it's you knowing what you have your hands on. A lot of times we want people to look what I got my hands on, this amazing opportunity. But do you know about the opportunity yourself? Like, can you tell the story? Can you talk about it? And if you're the person that's like, look, Pam, I don't care how great it is. Like, I know it. I'm not the person that I want to necessarily, I have to push play. on a video. Cool, whatever floats your boat. But it's also being conversational. Again, one of the biggest things to remember in this industry, and it's not only in this business, it's in life. People want to buy, but they do not want to be sold. They always want to buy. Like there's never a money issue. It's a mindset issue. But guess what? Can't lives on won't street. So anytime you put in your mind that I can't do something, you won't do it because you're putting in an absolute that is negating all of your success, that is negating the potential for your growth, the potential for your business, the potential for you living your best life. So it's understanding too that, okay, I know this opportunity. Am I able to share it? Am I able to just talk about it? Am I able to know, like when I say I'm the plug, I know that. Like I own that. Like when you think of travel, I don't care who, if I just met you, you're gonna know that I'm the plug for travel, for lifestyle. I'm that person for community, for you to help you grow, for you to position to win. I'm that person. I own that. Are you owning your business? Are you owning what you have your hands on? Because when we talk about this new year and we're talking about letting go and we're talking about saying, hey, you know what? Letting go of the bad makes room for the new and the miraculous to grow. It's like, put your bootstraps on, get ready, right? But release the pain from last year, release the hurt, release the fear, release the uncertainty, all of those things that's been holding you back. Because now you understand that it's like, look, these next 12 months are a gift. And what I choose to do with this gift is up to me. It's not up to the person, the people that I'm showing. It's not up to anything else. It's up to me. It's my decision on how I want this next year to look like. I have all of the tools and resources available. The company with this 50-50 is insane. Like I would not only start that list, right? But also make a list of your teammates that you want to reach out to. Make a list of your teammates that you want to reach out to and say, hey, are you on 50-50? I would start the conversation with, hey, Happy New Year. How's it going? Awesome. What are some of your resolutions for this year? Because again, I'm always about building relationships and connection, but it always is going to come back to, I know you can do all of those things, but I know you got to do it through this. I know you can do it through Secret. I know you can do it. I know you could grow by making sure you're not missing the SRT, by making sure that you're registered for Playbook. Didi, if you could please drop the link on the chat for registration for the next events, please. secretdirectevents.com. Right? If you're not registered, get registered. Bring some more people with you, because I promise there's people right now that are at 12 o'clock praying for what we have our hands on, praying for the opportunity that we may or may not be squandering, right? Praying for new, praying for more travel, praying for a better community, praying to be able to make a difference, praying to just be a light in this world that so desperately needs it, praying for better health, praying for change. I see more people working out and more gurus now that I've ever seen. And it's okay, but I'm embracing every aspect of it. But are you able to own your story? Are you owning this opportunity? Because you owning your story, you owning this year starts with you taking ownership of your life, starts with you taking ownership of what you want this year to look like. So take some time to envision that. Take some time to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to reset. I'm not going to let the valleys of 2022 set the tone for 2023. I know that these valleys can't tell me anything about the potential mountains of my future. I know God has the best in store for me. I know I'm in the best opportunity. I know I have the best leadership that has my back. I know I have the best products and services. I know that I'm in the best opportunity to win, to grow, to build residual income, to impact people's lives. Do you know that? It's owning that in every aspect of it, because that is the energy that's going to attract like-minded individuals. That is the energy that's going to close people. That is the energy that people are waiting. Like, when are people genuinely excited? Like, when do you see people that are really excited? Like, when was the last time you really saw somebody like excited? Like, you could be excited about this little shiny new little thing real quick, but it's like when it stops shining, you're gonna want to circle the block. You're gonna want to circle and spin the block and come back, because there's nothing like what we have our hands on. So it's knowing that it's like, listen, I'm not saying this is the end all be all, but it's darn sure an opportunity. There's no secret. I have businesses outside of secret. I have foundations I run. I have investments. I have everything. I love the impact that I'm making in my community with the other businesses that I have. But there is nothing like what I have my hands on with this opportunity. There's nothing like the residual income that this brings. There is nothing like the community that we have here. There is nothing like this opportunity. And the company wants us to win. Like they want us to win. Like this new thing with 50-50, when I said make a list, and then make a list to reach out to your teammates and see what their resolutions are, right? And see, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care about them, but also say, hey, are you on 50-50? After you're building, you're talking about relationship stuff, because that's what matters most. You want to see where their heart is. And why you always want to check in with people before you get right into business is because life happens all the time, right? And you don't know, you want to talk about business real quick and you're being insensitive and that person may have just lost their mom. So check your gauges. Okay, but also make it about them, but also get back into, listen, you check all the boxes off, cool. This 50-50 is crazy. Like we need to get you on that. And we got to take advantage of this double points promotion that we have until the 9th. And why is that? We have a secret agent trip that you can earn. Like you can earn. There's nothing like those campsite combos. I was talking about that last night. I love the fact that when I was at the Club Fit Escape, which was the very first Club Fit Escape last year in August at the 5 residences, the conversation that I had with Jesse Mack at the pool, me thinking about it chokes me up. Like me, that, and it was an experience of things. It was a combination of the experiences on that escape. But it's something very special that we have here. And when we say commitment always lasts longer in community, I believe that wholeheartedly, but I also know that we have the best community to be a part of. We have the best community that has our best interests at heart, that has our best interests to grow. And now we're also putting together a trip for just customers. So I know a lot of us got customers only, and they're like, well, they ain't gonna earn it. How can they go with their customers? Guys, we're always working behind the scenes. We're always doing little things behind the scenes to get this clicking. And what I love is that we are in a creation phase. Right? You have first movers advantage. When I said that, I meant it. I know we got first movers advantage. There's nobody that got what we have. And we got first dibs. You do got first dibs. Yes, Jay says, earn a free trip, loyalty, get a getaway, just getting started. It's insane. But they've designed this so that we can win on all levels. Are you owning your story? Own your story. Own this year, own your life. You deserve 2023 to be your best year yet. And I declare and decree that it will be for each and every single one of you guys on this call, for your family, for your loved ones. That is my time. Breakfast has been served. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Great day and God bless. Let me know if you guys got value. The recording will be out in the next 24 to 48 hours. Thank you guys.